Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are enjoying good health. Welcome back to next episode. I'm shocked. Are you crazy? Okay, just okay, breathe. Let me try to explain what I just saw. You need to understand I look at bikes for a living. I've seen everything. I thought nothing could surprise me anymore. I was a fool, a complete and utter fool. The 2026 Suzuki Impulse 400 is not a motorcycle. It is a controlled physics experiment that escaped the lab and grew wheels. What they have done is borderline illegal. It starts with the sound they call the engine the sonic pulse. That name is a massive understatement. It's a 399cc single. You hear that and think thumper. You are wrong. It doesn't thump, it breathes. It's this deep, resonant inhalation that turns into a metallic, angry snarl that seems to come from inside your own bones. You twist the throttle and it doesn't get louder. It just gets denser. The air around you feels heavier, charged. It's terrifying. It's incredible. Then you look at it and you realize the engine is the tamest part. The design language isn't from this decade or even the next one. They've thrown out every design rule book. It's all sharp fractured planes and negative space. The headlight isn't a round or a square. It's a single angry line of pure, white laser light that looks like it can cut through darkness. The bodywork seems to be actively shedding parts, leaving only what's absolutely necessary to contain the fury inside. It looks fast standing still. It looks like it's moving even when it's parked. The frame is something they're calling a kinetic cage. It's not a twin spar or a trellis. It's this organic web structure of carbon and some ungodly alloy that looks grown, not welded. You can see right through parts of it. It weighs nothing. They claim a dry weight that makes a 300cc beginner bike look obese. How is this legal? How is this safe? It feels like you could lift it with one hand. But they say it's stiffer than the Girdle Bridge in San Francisco. Suspension. Oh, the suspension. It doesn't have forks. Not traditional ones. It uses something called front axis articulation. It's a hub-steered, multi-link system that looks like it belongs on a Mars rover, designed by a mad scientist. When you turn the handlebars, the whole mechanism moves in a way that makes zero visual sense. But then you lean it and you understand there is no dive, there is no wobble. The front end is just there planted. A feeling of impossible stability at any angle. Any speed, it's witchcraft. The technology suite is just showing off. The dashboard isn't a screen. It's a holographic projection that floats in your periphery. It doesn't show numbers. It shows flowing data streams. Radar pings a topographic map of the road ahead gathered by lidar. The bike isn't reacting to your inputs. It's anticipating them. It feels like it's reading the tension in your grip, the shift in your weight, and adjusting 1,000 parameters a second to match. You're not riding it. You're suggesting a direction, and it makes it happen. Power delivery is the real black magic. That single-cylinder engine. With its S.I.R.S pulse induction and plasma-assisted ignition, yes, they actually say that delivers torque like an electric motor, instant, savage, and perfectly linear from a standstill to a red line that exists somewhere in the stratosphere. There is no lag, no peakiness. It's just an unbroken wave of thrust that pins you to the seat. It feels 10 times bigger than it is. It makes a 600cc Supersport feel lazy, and the brakes, they don't have calipers that you can recognize. They're these monolithic brushed titanium blocks with no visible pistons. They call it magnetic shear force braking. There's no initial bite, no squeal. You pull the lever and the world just slows down instantly, silently, and with a force that feels like a gentle giant has placed a hand on your chest. It's unnervingly smooth and devastatingly powerful. You stop thinking about braking distances. You just stop on a dime every single time. The seating position is a perfect paradox. At a stop, you're in a committed, aggressive sport bike crouch, wrists bent head forward. But the moment you move, the whole ergonomic geometry seems to shift. The pegs feel lower, the bars feel taller. The seat cradles you. It's a sport tourer disguised as a track weapon. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's comfortable enough for a cross-country blast, but begs you to drag a knee on the first off-ramp. Let's talk about the heat, or rather the lack of it. This engine, this beast that produces so much power, is completely cold. I rode it hard for an hour, parked it, and put my hand on the cylinder head. It was warm, just warm, not searing, not even uncomfortably hot. Dave managed some sort of thermodynamic voodoo. With the cooling and exhaust routing, the heat is just gone vaporized. It makes no sense. The connectivity is so advanced. It's creepy. The bike creates its own encrypted mesh network. It talks to other Impulse 400s nearby, sharing real-time traction data, hazard warnings even suggesting impromptu group ride routes. Your phone isn't a device. It's a key and a portal. The bike recognizes you, adjusts everything to your preferences, and even suggests fuel stops or scenic detours. Based on your heart rate and how aggressively you're riding, it knows you're getting tired before you do. The paint, it's not paint. It's a nanoscale prismatic film that changes its reflective properties. In direct sun, it's a matte, steely gray in the shade. It takes on a deep metallic blue. Under streetlights at night, it has a faint mercury-like glow. It doesn't get dirty. Water beads and flies off like it's terrified of the surface. It's less a color and more a visual phenomenon. The exhaust note is adaptive. Through the app, you can adjust it. Not the volume, but the character. You can have the deep-breathing monster sound. You can switch it to a crisp, sharp Ron Priest-style scream, or you can put it in stealth mode, where it becomes a near-silent whisper. All the performance with almost no sound at all. It feels wrong. It feels like cheating the universe. The tires are a collaboration with a company that usually makes stuff for aerospace. They're not rubber. They're a woven polymer compound that changes its tread pattern, density based on temperature and lean angle. Cold and upright, more grooves for wet weather. Hot and at full lean, the contact patch becomes almost slick. They're teaching the bike to read the road at a molecular level. The feeling when you lean it over is pure science fiction. That front-end system, combined with the frame and those insane tires, creates a sensation of the bike pivoting around a point inside your own chest. The handlebars become mere suggestions. You think left, and it's already left. The feedback is so pure, so immediate, it's like you've grown a new nervous system that extends into the asphalt. Now the scary part, the price for the technology. The materials, the sheer alien engineering on display. It should cost as much as a small house. The rumor is Suzuki is taking a massive loss on every single unit. This isn't a product, this is a statement, a declaration of technological dominance, aimed squarely at every other manufacturer on the planet. They're not selling a motorcycle. They're selling a glimpse of the future, and charging present-day money for it. Owning one will be a trip. Dealerships will need aerospace engineers on staff. The service manual will look like a PhD thesis. A simple oil change will involve calibrating gyroscopes and resetting plasma fields. This is not a bike for the casual rider. This is for the person who wants to own a piece of history, a turning point, who wants to ride the absolute razor's edge of what is possible. Right now, it will make everything else feel obsolete. You'll ride your friend's latest superbike, a machine you worshipped yesterday, and it will feel agricultural, heavy, dumb, slow. The Impulse 400 will ruin you for all other motorcycles. It's that big of a leap, it resets the scale. So am I shocked that word is too small? I'm stunned, I'm bewildered, I'm in awe. The 2026 Suzuki Impulse 400 isn't just the best new bike of the year. It feels like the first new bike of a whole new era. It has taken everything we knew, balled it up and thrown it into a star. What comes next, I have no idea. My brain is still trying to process what my body just experienced. All I know is nothing will ever be the same again.